Marlon Wayans has always been one of the boldest voices in comedy, unafraid to push boundaries and create laughter from the most outrageous, unpredictable situations. But when it comes to the possibility of a White Chicks sequel, he's surprisingly cautious and thoughtful about why it might never happen. In a recent discussion, Wayans explained that the world has shifted dramatically since the first film premiered in 2004, a time when comedy thrived on fearless absurdity, physical gags, and jokes that often danced along the edge of controversy. Back then, audiences embraced the film's wild premise, too. Black men disguising themselves as wealthy white socialites as both satire and slapstick, a blend of humor that became instantly iconic. Today, however, Wayans believes that comedy exists under a microscope, where every line in every scene is dissected, critiqued, and sometimes weaponized against the very artists who create it. He admitted that while he and his brother Sean poured their hearts into White Chicks, making a sequel now could invite backlash that might overshadow the original film's legacy. To him, White Chicks was lightning in a bottle, a one-of-a-kind comedy that reflected a specific moment in time, a moment of outrageous humor, bold experimentation, and creative freedom. Wayans confessed that trying to recapture that spirit in a sequel could feel forced or watered down as the comedic risks they took back then might not land the same way with today's more sensitive and polarized audiences. Beyond cultural pressures, he also stressed the sheer physical and emotional toll of making the movie, recalling how grueling the transformation process was, sometimes taking over 7 hours a day to apply the prosthetics and makeup that turned him and his brother into the infamous Wilson sisters. For him, the thought of going through that process again, without the guarantee that the comedy would resonate on the same level, feels daunting and unnecessary. Above all, Marlon insists that his reluctance doesn't come from our lack of love for the movie or its fans. If anything, it comes from a deep respect for what the film has meant to people for nearly 2 decades. White Chicks remains a cultural phenomenon, endlessly quoted, memed, and revisited by fans who still laugh just as hard as they did the first time. And to Marlon, that's the greatest gift of all. Protecting that legacy means more than chasing box office numbers or nostalgia-driven sequels. It means honoring the film as a timeless piece of comedy history, one that should remain untouched, preserved in all its outrageous glory.